Who is Seiko Ayase? Well, the grandmother of Momo who fights spirits and is a medium, right? Yes, but who is she really? Get ready because we are about to uncover her mysterious past, where hidden secrets could completely change what we know about her. And the truth may reveal a side of Seiko that we are unprepared to face. To quickly start off our journey, Seiko Ayase might seem like just Momo's eccentric grandmother, always there to offer advice or crack a joke. But when the supernatural comes knocking, Seiko's true nature shines through. She isn't just a caretaker, she's a powerful spirit medium with a wealth of knowledge that stretches far beyond what anyone could imagine. Time and again, when Momo and her friends face spirits or yokai, Seiko steps in with precise guidance. Yet, her calm confidence feels almost unnatural, as if she's dealt with far worse in the past. How does Seiko always manage to stay one step ahead, handling the most dangerous paranormal encounters without ever breaking a sweat? Why does Seiko always seem to know more than anyone else? What hidden power or experience gives her such unwavering control over the supernatural? As the story progresses, it becomes clear that Seiko's abilities aren't just the result of her current knowledge. They're tied to something far deeper. There are moments when her demeanor shifts, when her actions show that she's drawing on a side of herself that isn't often revealed. This side is something that goes far beyond being a grandmother or even a spirit medium. It's a part of her that allows her to face the most dangerous entities without hesitation. But what is Seiko hiding beneath her selflessness? Seiko hides a powerful alter ego, Santa Dodoria, a masked persona that allows her to tap into a past filled with spiritual warfare. This transformation grants her access to abilities and knowledge from battles she's fought long before becoming Momo's protector, making her a far more critical figure than anyone realizes. Now, Seiko's youthful, striking appearance never fails to catch people off guard. I mean, come on, look at that. It's... Anyway. Her ageless beauty often leads others to mistake her for Momo's mother, rather than her grandmother. There's something almost unsettling about how effortlessly graceful and young she looks, especially for someone so deeply involved in the dangerous world of spirits and supernatural forces. Her appearance feels almost too perfect, too composed for someone who has faced battles against powerful entities. But how is this possible? How does Seiko, who stands toe-to-toe with terrifying spirits, maintain such an unchanging, ageless look? What is Seiko truly hiding behind her youthful appearance? Seiko's beauty isn't just for show, it's an illusion of sorts. Her youthful appearance serves a greater purpose, drawing people in and leading them to underestimate her. They see a graceful woman, but they fail to recognize the formidable spirit medium behind the appearance. This deliberate contrast allows Seiko to catch others off guard, hiding her incredible experience and supernatural strength beneath the surface. It's not simply vanity or coincidence. Her agelessness is a powerful tool she uses to shield her true capabilities from those who don't know better. Her ageless beauty is a mask that conceals her vast experience and immense power, essentially misleading others into underestimating her, allowing her to operate in a world of spirits with a strength that's much more profound than her appearance suggests. Something that becomes even clearer in the manga, where her true abilities are more deeply explored. Seiko's appearance is just one layer of her mystery. What's even more revealing is how her outfits change depending on the situation she faces. On normal days, she blends seamlessly into everyday life, dressed casually and unassumingly, as if she's just another regular person. But the moment the situation turns dangerous, there's a stark transformation. Seiko dons her spirit medium robes, signaling a readiness to confront whatever supernatural force awaits. And when the threat reaches its peak, when the stakes couldn't be higher, she becomes Santa Dodoria, a persona completely shrouded in mystery. This masked form hides every trace of her identity, creating an even deeper enigma around her true power. But why does Seiko adopt these vastly different appearances? What drives this dramatic shift? Why does Seiko transform into such a radically different figure when the danger intensifies? Each of Seiko's appearances serve a purpose. Her casual look allows her to remain unnoticed in daily life, but the moment she steps into her role as a spirit medium, her robes signify that she's ready for battle. Santa Dodoria, however, is the most intriguing transformation of all. When she wears the mask, she's not just hiding her face, she's hiding her true identity and the full extent of her abilities. The mask allows her to unleash powers without revealing who she truly is, protecting her from the recognition and keeping her immense strength a secret until the moment is needed. For us anime viewers, this shift is hinted at, but the manga dives deeper into what this transformation really means, revealing more about her hidden strength and the battles she's fought under this persona. Seiko's transformation into Santa Dodoria allows her to fully unleash her spiritual powers, powers, while concealing her true self. This persona, explored in more depth in the manga, is the key to her most dangerous abilities and her mysterious past, making her far more than just Momo's grandmother. Now, Seiko may seem like the strong, confident grandmother, always ready to help those around her without asking for anything in return. But the more you look, the more it becomes clear there's something hidden behind her generosity. Why does Seiko go out of her way to support others while keeping her own struggles under wraps? What is it about her past that drives this selfless behavior? What is Seiko hiding behind her selflessness? Her willingness to help isn't about kindness. It hints at a life filled with past burdens, where she's learned the cost of power. By constantly putting others first, Seiko avoids revealing the truth about herself, a truth tied to a hidden chapter of her life, one filled with spiritual battles and struggles that shaped who she is today. Her selflessness conceals a deeper story, one where she carries the weight of a secret life filled with spiritual conflict and battles she can't share, protecting others from the same fate. One of her most intriguing qualities is the inability to ask for help. No matter how much pressure she's under, she never lets others see her weaknesses. But this raises a question. Why does someone as strong as Seiko refuse to let others in? Could this be tied to the hidden chapter of her life? One where vulnerability led to something much deeper? Why does she avoid asking for help? Her pride and independence aren't just signs of her strength. They're a mask she wears to protect herself from revealing the emotional scars of her past. Her reluctance to rely on others suggests that something happened long ago. Something that left her unable or unwilling to show her vulnerabilities. This is a clue to the deeper lives she's kept hidden. One where she faced immense battles alone. Seiko's inability to ask for help ties back to her secret past, where vulnerability likely resulted in emotional wounds or loss, shaping her into someone who must carry her burdens alone. So, despite these hidden layers, Seiko's outward personality is often lighthearted, especially in her interactions with Momo. She jokes, she teases, and she keeps things playful. But beneath the humor, there's something more. Something she's covering up. Could it be that Seiko's humor is a way to protect herself and those around her from seeing the full weight of her secret past? Why does Seiko hide behind humor when it comes to Momo? Her humor isn't just for fun, it's a tool. By keeping things light, Seiko distracts those closest to her from the heavy burden of her hidden life. It's a way to shield Momo from the darker, more painful aspects of her experiences. In this way, her teasing makes the emotional depth tied to her secret battles. So Seiko's humor serves as a shield, protecting Momo and the others from the truth of her secret past. A past where Seiko faced struggles that left her emotionally scarred and burdened. Now, beneath Seiko's personality is a philosophy that also hints at the hidden life. Unlike others, Seiko believes in coexisting with spirits, respecting the dead rather than treating them as enemies. This approach to the supernatural isn't just wisdom, it's a clue. Why does Seiko adopt such a balanced approach to spirits? As if she's learned something crucial from her past encounters. What does Seiko's spiritual philosophy reveal about her hidden life? Her belief in coexistence with spirits reflects a deeper understanding of life and death, one gained through secret experiences. This approach shows that Seiko doesn't just see spirits as threats. She sees them as something more complex, something that connects to a hidden history of spiritual warfare that shaped her perspective. Seiko's balanced spiritual philosophy reveals the wisdom she's gained from her secret life, a life filled with supernatural encounters that taught her the importance of respecting both the living and the dead. So there's a lot about Seiko's past that remains a mystery, but certain hints in Dandadan suggest that her story stretches way beyond what we've seen. She's too calm, she's too prepared when faced with supernatural forces, almost as if she's been through it all before. Could it be that Seiko encountered spirits or yokai long before the events of Dandadan? Perhaps in her early life was filled with spiritual encounters, shaping her into the powerful spirit medium she is today. What if Seiko's first encounters with supernatural happened in her youth? It's likely that Seiko's journey as a spirit medium began long before we met her in the story. Her composure in battle suggests that she's seen things that few others have, which could point to battles or tragedies from her youth, which forced her to master her abilities early on. Whether it was a spirit attack or a yokai confrontation, Seiko's past may be filled with incidents that left her no choice but to become the formidable medium we see today. Her strength as a spirit medium was likely forged in her youth, through early encounters with spirits or yokai, potentially battles or tragedies that forced her to become powerful before the events of Dandadan. One speculation about Seiko's past is her potential connection to a secret organization. Her knowledge and skill seem too refined to be entirely self-taught. Could Seiko have once been a part of a group dedicated to fighting supernatural forces? A hidden faction of mediums or spiritual warriors that she had been left behind? Was Seiko a part of something bigger? An organization that trained her to fight the supernatural? Her precise techniques and her ability to handle spirits with ease hint that Seiko didn't learn all of this on her own. If she was a part of a secret organization, this could explain why she's so powerful and why she avoids discussing her past. Perhaps this group faced a significant tragedy or disbanded, leaving Seiko to continue her fight alone. Her refusal to talk about her past could be tied to the loss of this group or its unresolved mission. One of the most intriguing possibilities is that Seiko's past contains a significant unresolved tragedy, a battle lost, a powerful enemy she couldn't defeat, or an event that could have changed her forever. What if there's a lingering rivalry or spirit she failed to exercise? This unresolved conflict might still haunt her, pushing her to become even stronger. What tragedy or unfinished battle could Seiko be hiding? It's possible that Seiko once faced a spirit or supernatural enemy so powerful that even she couldn't fully defeat it. This enemy may have cost her dearly, perhaps even taking someone she loved. This would explain her reluctance to speak about her past and her need to constantly prepare for the next battle. A past failure or lost battle could drive her current actions, making her the vigilant protector we see in Dandadan. Now there's the question of Seiko's training. How did she become so powerful? Could she have had a mentor? Someone who passed down secret knowledge? Or did she discover these techniques on her own? Seiko's abilities seem far too advanced to be picked out without guidance. Could she have learned from a master or developed her power through trial and error in response to a critical event? Who or what trained Seiko to become such a powerful spirit medium? Seiko's expertise suggests that her training wasn't traditional. If she had a mentor, this figure must have been equally powerful, passing on knowledge of spirits and exorcism techniques known to only a select few. Alternatively, if Seiko had to train herself, it's possible she developed her powers through necessity, perhaps after a devastating event. She was forced to learn quickly to survive. Either way, Seiko's training is shrouded in mystery, hinting at a path filled with danger and discovery. So her power likely comes from either a hidden mentor or self-discovered techniques that she mastered out of necessity, revealing a past filled with danger, loss, and survival. Her character possesses an array of formidable abilities, making her one of the most powerful characters in Dandadan. Her physical and supernatural prowess is showcased time and time again. But what remains intriguing is how she mastered these abilities, most likely tied to the secretive and unexplored chapters of her past. Now where things get serious is her physical strength. It's far beyond the ordinary human. We've seen her easily overpower spirits and yokai, wielding her bat with such force that can create craters and knock powerful enemies to the ground. But this enhanced strength isn't just about brute force. It hints at years of training and refinement. How did she develop this power? How did Seiko's physical abilities become so heightened? Her ability to fight spirits suggests that Seiko likely faced intense physical training early in her life, either through necessity or from her hidden battles against supernatural forces. Her precise control over strength hints at a disciplined past where failure was not an option. So essentially, her tactical intellect is perhaps one of her greatest assets. Seiko doesn't just rely on brute force. Her strategic mind allows her to control the battlefield with precision. Her use of mystic barriers, which trap or exorcise spirits, is particularly telling. She knows exactly when and where to deploy these barriers, indicating at a deep understanding of spiritual forces and battle tactics. This brings us to the question, where did Seiko learn this level of strategic thinking? This level of strategic, tactical intelligence suggests that Seiko didn't learn in a vacuum. Her ability to predict spirits' movements and control battles with her barriers hints at a long history of encounters with dangerous entities, likely shaping her into a calculated and efficient fighter. Now, Seiko's true power lies in her supernatural abilities, which go far beyond her physical strength. These abilities include some of the most advanced techniques seen in the series, making her a force to be reckoned with. One of her signature abilities is the use of mystic barriers. By borrowing power from regional gods, Seiko can create barriers that trap or exorcise spirits. This ability showcases not only her connection to the spirit world, but also mastery over divine powers. The barriers protect her and those around her, and they can destroy spirits by igniting them. But how did Seiko gain this ability to harness this divine power? Her use of mystic barriers indicates a deep, possibly ancient knowledge of spiritual forces. Seiko's ability to tap into regional gods' power suggests that she learned this skill through intense study, or perhaps was initiated into a secretive spiritual tradition that granted her access to these forces. Also, Seiko's power of words is another remarkable ability. With deep conviction, she can speak words that alter reality, granting her immense power in specific moments. This ability requires not just spiritual strength, but also intense mental focus and belief, enabling her to change the course of battles with a single phrase. But again, where did Seiko learn the ability to wield words in such a powerful way? The power of words isn't something easily learned. It's likely required years of practice and deep understanding of spiritual energies. Seiko's ability to alter reality through words could be tied to ancient, secretive knowledge passed down from a mentor or discovered during her personal journey. Seiko's mystery of the power of words likely stems from an ancient spiritual teaching of years of practice, making it one of the most formidable tools she possesses from her past. Through her crystal ball, Seiko demonstrates clairvoyance, the ability to see into the past or reveal hidden truths. This power gives her an edge in predicting supernatural events and understanding things others cannot see. It's not just about seeing the future. Seiko can uncover secrets and truths buried deep in the spiritual world. So how did Seiko develop such a precise and powerful form of clairvoyance? Her ability to see beyond the physical world likely stems from a history dealing with the supernatural. Whether it's through formal training or a result of her countless encounters with spirits, Seiko's clairvoyance was probably honed during her secret life, giving her unparalleled insight into both the past and the present. So how did Seiko become so powerful? Each of her abilities, physical strength, mental tactics, and supernatural powers suggest a past filled with intense training, lost battles, and spiritual revelations. Whether through a hidden organization, ancient techniques, or self-discovered techniques, Seiko's powers point to a life filled with dangerous encounters and unresolved conflicts. Moving on to Seiko's relationship with Momo, it's far more complex than it appears. While Seiko has always been a guiding figure in Momo's life, her teachings on the supernatural world caused friction when Momo was younger. Momo didn't always understand why Seiko pushed her to perform such strange spiritual routines, which often led to bullying and strain between them. But as Momo grows and faces more supernatural threats, it becomes clear that Seiko's methods, though tough, were a part of something much bigger. Why did Seiko push Momo to embrace her spiritual heritage, even when it caused pain? Here's the thing, Seiko's teachings were never just about protecting Momo. They were about preparing her. Seiko knew that Momo's encounters with spirits and yokai was inevitable, possibly due to the unresolved forces from Seiko's own past. As their relationship deepens, it's evident that Seiko was preparing Momo for battles that stretch far beyond the immediate world, battles that may have even connected to Seiko's secret history. So Seiko's role as Momo's mentor is pivotal. She has passed on key elements of her spiritual knowledge to Momo, gradually revealing the world of spirits and exorcism. But there's more to this training than meets the eye. Seiko might be grooming Momo for something larger, a greater role that Momo herself isn't fully aware of yet. Could Seiko see Momo's potential as a spirit medium, possibly even surpassing her? Or is Seiko preparing Momo for an enemy tied to her own unfinished business? What larger destiny could Seiko be preparing Momo for? Seiko's teachings seem to hint at something more significant looming on the horizon. The depth of her training suggests that Momo's future battles could be more personal than she realizes, perhaps tied directly to spirits or enemies from Seiko's past. If Seiko's secret life includes unresolved rivalries or spirit conflicts, Momo could end up facing the remnants of those battles, with Seiko quietly preparing her for that moment. Now, the most intriguing aspect of Seiko's secret past is how it might shape Momo's future development. If Seiko had been fighting spiritual forces long before the events of Dandadan, it's possible that her past will eventually catch up to her, and by extension, Momo. Seiko's hidden battles could become Momo's future battles, especially if spirits or yokai from Seiko's past are still at large. What happens if Momo is forced to confront enemies that Seiko never defeated? Could Momo's future be tied to Seiko's unresolved battles? It's entirely possible that Seiko's secret history will play a pivotal role in Momo's journey. If there are enemies from Seiko's past that remain undefeated, Momo may have to face them herself, becoming the key to resolving conflicts that have haunted her grandmother. This could be the moment when Momo truly steps into her role as a spirit medium, taking on the legacy Seiko has carefully passed down to her. Seiko's past isn't just significant to Momo's development, it's crucial to the larger plot of Dandadan. If Seiko has a hidden history filled with spiritual conflicts, unresolved rivalries, or a secret organization she once belonged to, this could become a major plot point in future arcs. These revelations could not only impact Momo, but but the entire world of Dandadan. Could Seiko's past enemies return to cause chaos? Or will Momo be the one to finally resolve these lingering conflicts? How might Seiko's secret life affect the future of Dandadan? Seiko's hidden past could unravel in a way that affects the entire storyline. If her unresolved battles are connected to larger spiritual forces, they could shape future arcs, making Seiko's backstory a key to unlocking future plot developments. Seiko's past could be the link to new, more dangerous enemies that threaten not just Momo, but everyone. The reveal of Seiko's secret history could turn the tide of the story, bringing her hidden life into the spotlight. Will her past finally be revealed, or are we only scratching the surface? There's a growing sense that Seiko's hidden life may hold the key to future events. We've already seen glimpses of her unmatched spiritual prowess. But what if her past encounters with spirits and yokai come back to haunt her? Old enemies, once she's thought were long defeated, could resurface, pushing Seiko back into a battle she thought she had left behind. Her former allies, perhaps those once fought alongside her, might emerge, raising even more questions about the life Seiko led before we met her. There's a deep well of untold stories, and the clues may already be hiding in plain sight. Will these ghosts of Seiko's past force her to confront the unresolved chapters of her life? And how will this affect the current storyline? Seiko's past battles may not be as distant as they seem. Her secret life may not be as neatly buried as she'd hoped. There's the lingering possibility that her past had left behind unresolved business, unfinished conflicts that could resurface when least expected. If Seiko's history is as crazy as it seems, then it's possible that the old adversary, someone she couldn't defeat or exercise, could rise again. What if this long-forgotten enemy becomes the key antagonist in the next arc? If Seiko's unresolved battles are still active, there's no telling how they might unravel the future. Will the unveiling of Seiko's secret life open the door to a conflict far greater than anything we've seen? Her hidden life may be the catalyst for the biggest revelations yet. There's a sense that the deeper we go into Seiko's story, the more her significance grows. She's not just a supporting character. Her actions, her wisdom, and the secrets she's buried could shape the very direction of Dandadan. Her influence on Momo, her history with spirits, and the battles she's fought in silence are all pieces of the larger puzzle. But what if the puzzle leads to something darker? A major antagonist who has been lurking in the shadows all along. Could Seiko's secret life be the link to unveiling a threat that has been building quietly, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Her future and the future of those around her could be determined by the ghosts of her past and the choices she's made when fighting alone. There's no denying that Seiko's story is far from over. If you enjoyed this kind of content, I would really appreciate leaving a subscribe or like, and for more content like this, stay tuned. Have a great day.